guys, and welcome back to Live Laugh Birds, where we live and laugh with birds. So today I am back with a very highly requested video, and that is how to get your bird to eat vegetables. So many of you guys know what your birds should be eating, and that is a varied diet with vegetables and pellets, not just seeds. But birds can be extremely picky eaters, and sometimes the birds just won't cooperate. If you haven't already, make sure to go check out the videos that I have of what to feed your birds, as well as how to make your birds chop. The links to those videos are gonna be in the description. It is just so important to get your birds on a healthy diet. These are all tricks that I've used to get my birds to eat vegetables. The first thing to do, if you haven't already, is to make some chop. Pearl is already very excited. But if your bird won't eat chop and is not this eager, then there are a couple things that you can do. If you made chop but your bird isn't eating it, then the first thing I recommend is taking a treat that your bird enjoys and sprinkling it on the chop. So many birds are seed addicts, they won't eat anything but seeds. That was actually Bluebell for the first year of her life. So in that case, all you need to do is just take some seeds and sprinkle them on the chop. But you can use anything that your bird enjoys. If your bird likes nutriberries, you can crush those up, mix them with the chop. You can also take crushed almonds or other nuts, anything that gets your bird interested in the vegetables. So this is just a classic seed mix. I can just take some, put it on top. Those seeds on top, they just kind of get your bird interested in the vegetables. It gets them foraging through. They're gonna be looking for the seeds in the vegetables, so they have to kind of move the vegetables out of the way with their beak. That can be enriching, that can be a fun foraging activity, but it also gives them the opportunity to experience the taste and the texture of the vegetables, even if they're not trying to eat it. Even though my birds eat their vegetables very well, I do add some of these healthier seeds in there just to give it more texture and more interest. Got some chia seed, some flax seed, hemp seed, and this is a Golden Feast Petite Hookbill Legume blend. It's got just different seeds and a variety of things. And this is actually the method that I used to first get Violet onto eating chop. At first, Violet actually did not like chop, and so I had to sprinkle seeds, and now she just loves it. She eats all of her chop every time, and she just can't get enough. Another thing you can actually do is get this green powder from Christine's Chop Shop. I will have the link in the description, but you can just kind of sprinkle it onto their dry food, and you don't have to put a lot, but it does just kind of get your birds interested in the taste of greens. Another thing that you guys can do is eat in front of your bird, but act like the vegetables are not theirs. Because birds, they just love to steal your food and get into everything they're not supposed to. This is good. Kermit, no, you can't have it. No. You can also just kind of play with it like this, make it interesting, but then act like it's not theirs. Kermit. Hey. Kermit. Kermit. It's mine. Give that back. Don't drop it. Don't drop it. Good bird. There you go. Another thing that you can do is just kind of eat something in front of your bird, but then offer it to your bird. This is so good. Make sure to act all excited about it. Kermit, you want some carrot? Want some? And as you can see, he went straight to the carrot because he saw me eating it and birds copied their flocks. Try offering vegetables in different forms and textures. This is obviously the fine chop, and I really like this method because it gives your bird lots of variety without them picking through it, but some birds prefer different ways of eating their vegetables. Some birds prefer their vegetables in chunks like these, and definitely try different size chunks to figure out what your bird likes, because every bird has their own preference. Kermit really likes his vegetables like this, so sometimes I'll just add some chunks of pepper or carrots on top of the chop that he's already eating. If you're feeding your bird carrots, you can try shaving the carrots, and Ducky absolutely loves carrots like this. Another thing you guys can do is take a leaf in your hand like this and just kind of play with it and see if your bird gets interested. And definitely kind of look like you're very focused on the leaf. Ducky. Good bird, Ducky. There's also certain vegetables that birds are more likely to try and that are really great to start out with just because these vegetables are more appealing to them. Even if your bird doesn't normally eat vegetables, if you can get them eating any type of vegetable, it's gonna be better because it can kind of open their eyes to trying new foods. One of these foods that I recommend you try first is corn and peas. Most birds love corn and peas because they resemble seeds in the way they eat them, and they taste really good to birds because they're sweet. Ducky, do you love your corn and peas? Kermit? You're not allowed to have them. No, they're for Ducky. Another really great vegetable to try is broccoli because these little buds, they kind of resemble seeds and birds just love to pick them off. Something you might not be aware of is that the time you feed your bird actually makes a huge difference. Try feeding your bird first thing in the morning, right when they wake up, because that's when they're hungriest. When they wake up, they haven't eaten anything all night, so they're gonna be more likely to try new foods. When you first visit them in the morning, take the pellets and seeds out of their cage and give them their vegetables. When you first visit your birds in the morning, take out their pellets and seeds for maybe about half an hour, not too long, but give them their vegetables right away, and if they don't have anything else to eat, they're gonna be very hungry and they might just choose to eat the vegetables first. Only do this first thing in the morning for a very short amount of time. Don't take their food out for very long because if they don't eat their vegetables, then they're not gonna eat. So definitely put the food back in their cage if you don't see them eating their vegetables, and then try again at a different time. Now this is a trick that I used to first get Bluebell to eat vegetables. This is Violet, by the way, not Bluebell. But Bluebell, she was on an all-seed diet for the first year of her life, so she did not eat vegetables. And the way that I got her to eat vegetables was my mom had a juicer. My mom used to make her own vegetable juice all the time, and what came out of the juicer was this kind of mashed up vegetables without the moisture. The juice was already sucked out of them. And Bluebell absolutely loved it. It was very fine, and that's what got her to eat vegetables for the first time. I think the reason why Bluebell did not like vegetables at first was because they were too wet, and I think that's just a trait of budgies and cockatiels because they are from Australia, so they are kind of from a dry environment, and they eat mostly grass seeds. So if you can find a way to take the moisture out of the vegetables, if you do have a juicer, then definitely try giving your bird the stuff that comes out. If you don't have a juicer, then I'd really recommend that you try some dehydrated vegetables. I add these into my chop every time. It definitely helps soak up all that extra moisture, makes the chop less wet, and I think it makes it a little bit more appealing to the birds when it's not so wet. Gurmy bird, Gurmy bird. I know you can't eat it through the bag. You want it so bad. So this one I got from Christine's Chop Shop. I will have the link in the description. And this one I got from Posh City Pets. I will also have that link in the description. And you don't even have to just put it in their chops. Sometimes they just really like it on its own because they like the crunch. Oh, Kermit, did you just do wings for it? Okay, fine, I'll give it to you. Yeah, you love it. Kermit, okay, you can wait. I'll give you some more. Another awesome way to get your bird to eat healthy is by growing sprouts. Sprouts are so much healthier than normal seeds, and there are also different ways to do it. So these are actually microgreens. Basically, you kind of cut them off and you don't actually give your bird the seeds. These are like basically very young greens. Some people give their birds these early stage sprouted seeds. They will grow them in a jar. I just feel like there's a risk of mold and bacteria growing. I used to do it in a jar too, and there was some mold sometimes. You have to know exactly the right time to take it out, and I just didn't feel comfortable risking it. But if you want to do that, then you can go ahead. You just have to really wash them very well, and you have to know exactly when to take those sprouted seeds out of the jar. Another thing that you guys can do is make eating vegetables into a toy for them. You can get one of these vegetable skewers, and that can really entice birds to eat it because they're gonna be ripping it up. They're gonna basically treat it just like a toy in their cage. They're gonna have a lot of fun with it, and while they're doing that, they're gonna get a taste of those vegetables and hopefully start eating them. Last thing, guys, is to keep trying as many different veggies as you can before you say that your bird doesn't like any of them. Even if your bird only eats a few different types of veggies, or even just one, it's still progress and it's still way better than your bird just eating seeds. So please keep trying, keep feeding a variety, and just don't give up because it's super important to have veggies in your bird's diet. Kermit bird, what are you doing? You're getting caught in my hair again. What is this bird doing? Someone tell me. Kermit, you're such a crazy bird. You're a silly bird. So guys, that's kind of it for how to get your birds to eat vegetables. Please let me know if these things worked, if your birds are now eating veggies because of this video. I'd love to know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Oh yeah, and don't forget to subscribe, because why not? We all like birds, right? If you don't like birds, then why are you watching this video? Ducky, wacky, wacky.